Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It is the morning run. Big Dog Chico, Deuce the Scoop. Yours truly, Uncle Neely. I'm coming live from Folsom Field. We got so much to talk about, from how the CU rookies did over the weekend to closing out now 2 weeks of fall camp. Chico, the first preseason poll has dropped Texas A&M number one, and there's not a team by the name of Colorado in the top 25. We're going to discuss it on the morning run.
Good morning, runners.
Run for it, run for it, run.
Shout out to Juvie. Y'all know what it is. The morning run live right here on the Pregame Network. Big Dog Chico, Uncle Neely, live from Folsom Field. Got some updates for you guys. Had a scrimmage this past weekend, Had a bunch of NFL debuts this past weekend. Practice. Today we got a lot of things to go over, and we're gonna get into that preseason poll that came out also. So, wherever you want to start at, we can get in. But first off, how you doing out there? I like that hat you're wearing. Like
It
that hat
is
you're wearing.
Let me do a Denzel. Let them really see it.
Cold blooded.
I'm gonna hang that second. I'm
big
still let them
dog.
see it. I'm still let
That's
them
right.
see it.
Y'all can
Because
get y'all one too.
all they got to do, Chico,
What they got to
is
do?
go to UncleChico.shopify. My Shopify. I'm sorry, UncleChico.myshopify.com.
And get
Matter
you
of fact,
some.
man, TMR10 is the code. When you get to the end of the purchase, you're gonna knock 10% off, man. So go get you some merch. We got Deuce the School merch. We got Big Dog Chico merch. We got Pregame Network merch. And of course, we got the Morning Run merch.
You
Go
always
cop that.
have more to come. Make sure y'all go in there and check out the website. Follow us on Instagram also. Got the new Instagram going. That is the Morning Run Live. Also follow us individually at BSTGK, and Dukes the Scoop and Big Dog Chico. And fun fact, I was watching another wrestling documentary last night. Big Sexy the Giant Killer was on there. And I said, look at this. I said, unbelievable.
Hey man, I will honestly say this. Yeah, y'all come on by. Do your thing. You live.
What's up, man?
Y'all good?
Tell brother back there, he doing his thing on the internet. Him and his brother.
Big Dog Chico
brother.
said you're doing your thing on the internet, you and your brother. Yes, I appreciate it. He said he appreciate the love.
Much love. Y'all check out
Chico,
those if you get a can. What's up, man?
Look, this was way before Instagram and Facebook. This is back on the MySpace. My pages, Black pages. This back there.
Damn. Take it back to the old school.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Tom.
I remember when Kevin Nash executed his finish move on the Big Mountain. And his name was already Big Sexy. That was already my name too back in the hood. It's just what it was.
Okay.
And when he did that, he said, I guess now you can call me Big Sexy, the Giant Killer.
That's right. And when I saw that last night, I told my friend, I said, man, guess what Neely's Instagram is? It was like, what? I said, BSTGK. Guess what it stands for? It was what? Big Sexy. They said, oh,
yeah. But you left out a key component. You got to put the dramatic pause in there. I used to have that on the Instagram too. It used to say BS dramatic pause TGK.
Oh, okay.
Because you got to say Big Sexy, the Giant Killer.
That's what's up. That goes for women over 5'11" too. Y'all can. All right, you know what? We're on the morning run, not Uncle Chico. So shout out to everybody out there.
You almost took that left turn in Fuppaville right there.
I almost did.
Just stay.
Gotta come back over here.
The GPS say keep straight.
Not
keep straight
football.
30 miles.
We're going football.
Yeah, we're going football. Speaking of football, speaking of rankings and killing giants, preseason poll has dropped. Top 25 is out. There are 4 teams from the Big 12, Colorado's conference, in the top 25. Highest ranking is Arizona State. They're at number 11. They come to Folsom Field mid-late November, if my memory serves me correct. But Colorado is not in the top 25, but certainly has a chance to get in there. Chico, how much as a player back in your days did you pay attention to the preseason rankings?
Well, not much because we weren't in there much. I think 1 or 2 years we were around 23, 25.
Hmm.
But it kind of goes to where Coach Prime said a couple years ago, "Dawg, we're not worried about no rankings, especially at this point of the season. You know, that can give you something to shoot at or give you, some type of false thought about yourself. But at the end of the day, man, rankings don't mean anything. What they think of you preseason doesn't mean anything. We know what we have in this room. And like you said last night, there are so many transfers around the country, like 50% on each team. How do you really know what they're gonna have and what they're gonna come out with? So at the end of the day, it's all speculations and what they're thinking is gonna happen. But us as a team, if we're not on that list, we don't care. Now we have a us against everybody mentality, which can bring us together a lot more and have us focus on one singular goal, and that is to have the best season we can. And wherever that ends up at on the preseason or on the final poll, then that's what it is. But we got to take care of business because we could be ranked number one and not take care of business. What we're going to be at the end of the season, so it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
I love that. I love that from a player perspective and from a coaching perspective. Even though I was coaching in high school, you see those preseason rankings, man, and you take it one way or the other. I prefer to be left off.
Mm,
I prefer to be underestimated. I prefer to be the underdog. I prefer to motivate my locker room with, hey, you see what they're saying about you. You see what they think about you.
exactly.
Prove them wrong. Prove you right, prove them wrong versus, coming out high in the polls and it really doesn't mean anything. But outside of that, outside of the mental aspect of it, you and I touched on it, Uncle Chico Live on Sunday night last night. Man, when you talk about 50+% of people hit the portal every year, around 53% in total, unless you're going into the deep analysis and saying which starting quarterbacks are coming back, which premier players on defense are actually coming back, what staff changes didn't take place. There's so many nuances now in college football. It's really hard to predict who's going to be what until you get about 2 or 3 weeks in and see what people really have.
Hmm. That's what it is. So that's where you can have your team galvanized together and say, man, listen, here's what they think about you.
Here's
What you
what they
gonna
think
do
about
about
you.
it? Here's
Here's
what
what
they
they
think
think
about
about
you. That's
you.
right.
Here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about you.
Ice
Ice
Cube.
Cube. Shout out to O'Shea Jackson when he went solo.
That's
Here's what
right.
they think about you.
That's right. Okay. He caught the
Yeah,
reference. All right.
Chico, you ain't finna get nothing over O'Neilly now. This ain't Chuck Bishop you talking to. You, you ain't finna get. There ain't nothing going over my head.
Shout out to Ice Cube and the Big Three this weekend, man. Did their
Yeah.
thing. They were in LA in the Intuit Dome, should I say Inglewood. And they're playing in NBA arenas and stepping it up. Had Cedric the Entertainer, Anthony Anderson there doing the co-hosting. So I'm liking what Cube is doing, man. So I thought about this last night. I said, man, we need to start implementing. I know it's getting into the end, but maybe a Big Three segment just to shout out Ice Cube and the
Let's
Big
do
Three
it.
and
I
what
love
he's
it.
doing, dog.
I
You
love it.
know,
Well, yeah,
no
well, let's do it.
Vaseline.
Let's no Vaseline and no Diddy, no pause in there, all that. And Chico, when you had Anthony Anderson and Sid the Entertainer, both of which who've been on the pregame network, we get to
Hmm.
have Ice Cube on. You had a barbershop reunion right there.
Yeah, we did. They talked about that too.
Yeah.
Calvin said, "Hey, Calvin can break out the Clippers and give a lineup anytime." And
Yes.
Cedric is right there with it. So you might see another barbershop coming soon. So shout out to them. And maybe we'll see Ice Cube on the morning run.
Let's
Holla at
work on
your dog.
that, man. Tell you what
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
here, standing here at Folsom Field, we had a scrimmage this past Saturday,
That's right.
finished up practice this morning already down on the lower fields. Chico, that brings us to 14 practices remaining before
Mm,
Georgia Tech comes to this very field on a Friday night for Labor Day weekend. 14 practices remaining. And the other part you got to put into that is you're about 10 days or so away, less than for classes to start. So you no longer have full-time football taking place. So what does
mhm.
all that mean, Uncle D? Let me tell you what that means, Chico. And you know it as a player, you did that at UAB. Week 3 at fall camp, which we're now in, is like the most important week. It's the last week that you just totally in camp because next week is going to be part of camp, part of school.
Yep.
And then after that is literally game week. This is the week that you got to decide, okay, who I trust, who I don't trust. what we're gonna do install wise, like we got to move forward totally for Georgia Tech. This is the week. Ain't no man, woulda, coulda, shoulda, idas. You come out of this week. These are people we can count on. These are people we can trust. We're gonna spend these last 2 weeks focusing these guys on Georgia Tech.
Right. And like you said, there's a lot of installing going on this week, and there's a
Hmm.
lot of depth chart movement and reps going on. And so at this point, like you said, right before school starts back, this is full football. So you need to
Yeah,
get everything you can get in, solidify your spots, whatever that is. If there's competitions going on with your position, you need to find a way to separate yourself now. Because once school starts back and that time gets pretty much cut in half, um, the coach is going to have less time to evaluate, and they're going to be doing more up here work, installing. Here's the game plan. This is what we need to do. You need to understand this play. This is the rep chart, as Coach Sapp would say. This is how we're going to rotate these things. A lot of sideline stuff. You're going to have to get right that final week. Who's going to be the backup coach? You know what I'm saying? Little things like that. We can't have a situation like we saw CD Lamb on the sideline with the Dallas Cowboys, and he's on the
yeah.
white, and then the referee runs into him. That's embarrassing, and that's a penalty. And it should never happen. So
I
things
see
like
that.
that, we got to
I see
make
that
sure
white
of.
right. Yeah, see that white right there.
Right.
That's the referee's office. You gotta stay out of that when the ball is coming towards you. Now you can be in that white, the ball going the other direction, but the
Hmm.
ball is coming this way. You got to be out of there because the refs are typically backpedaling.
Right.
And so they need that space to operate, as they call it. And then even if the ball is going the other way, you still got to stay aware because it'll be a turnover, and it just shifts that
Hmm.
quick. The best thing to do, stay your ass in the green on this side,
Exactly.
not in the white, because you don't want to be that guy.
Hell no. No joke.
You don't want to be that guy.
I know that was very embarrassing for CD. So we don't want to have a situation like that on the sidelines
even,
either.
even when Mike Tomlin did it, he did it intentionally. I don't care what he said, but he claimed he was watching the jumbotron, but the guy was running one back and he got his way. Yeah.
He shoulder checked him.
Talk about on the screen stuff opposite. I was trying to lean that way and lean.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
Good stuff right there, Coach
But
Tomlin.
but I thought we had a, very productive scrimmage on Saturday. Went through those grades this morning. A lot of fours. 5 is just absolutely perfect. 4 is above average. 3 is average. 2 is below average. 1, we just can't do a damn thing with you. And so, a lot of fours amongst that defensive line and the edge rushers from the scrimmage this weekend. They did the damn thing and stopping the run. Spirited practice this morning. A shorter practice. And ramping up to get into the rest of the week. But Chico, after this morning's practice, like I said, only 14 left to go per the rigs and rules. And man, it's one thing you don't have, man, is time. Like it will be Friday night, August 29th before you know it.
Yeah, that stuff comes so fast, especially once school hits. And then, like you said, you're going through those classes, you're getting acclimated to that stuff. Then all of a sudden, man, we back to practice, and then, man, it's nighttime already. I got to get up and do it again. That stuff goes so fast, man.
Hmm.
Before you know it, you're on game week, and you're like, damn, I'm still worried about my new clothes that I'm wearing to school. Now, forget about that, dog. You need to be focused on straight football and get right, because there's a lot of competition on this team. I'm super excited about the offensive, defensive line, defensive backs, running backs, wide receivers. Everywhere there's competition, quarterback. So this is some stuff, man, that these guys are going to have to make sure they're ready for when Georgia Tech come to town. And I think we have the coaching staff to make sure they're right from top to bottom, and that's exactly what they're doing right now to prepare these guys for Georgia Tech.
You speak about that preparation for Georgia Tech, but also preparation for the next level. One of the things that Coach Prime did this morning was shouted out those guys from this first preseason weekend that were formerly Colorado Buffs in their performance. And a lot of the people in the room were teammates with those guys. And he said, when you look what they were able to accomplish in their first weekends in preseason, helping solidify their spots in the 53-man roster hunt.
Yeah,
Think about the kind of guy that they were here. They were getting fours every practice. They weren't going from 4 to 2. You might get a 3 every now and then, but they were consistently fours. They were the first ones in team meetings. They were the first ones to check in for breakfast. They were the ones who didn't miss a weigh in and that kind of thing. And they've transferred that to the next level and it's performing at the next level. That's what
yeah.
we're trying to get y'all to buy in. Look how it worked for them and look what you saw them do. Who's going to be those guys now?
That is.
And go ahead.
I was just gonna say that is definitely a motivating factor for the players that are still there. and that we're teammates with those guys, and some of them can be like, man, this guy was right here next to me,
Yeah.
locker next to me, and now he's making plays in the league. Who says that I can't do the same thing? I saw how he worked. I saw he stayed after a little bit. Hell, he probably wasn't that, that more talented than me. I just got to put in the work also, you know. So that's a great motivating factor. I remember, once again, it might not work for everybody, but I remember when Roddy White went out there and ran the 4.3 in front of the scouts, and he did it like he was just jogging. And I said, "Oh, I can get out there and jog too." Nope,
Yeah.
4.7, 4.7. Some people have that
Yeah.
that extra little bit in them, but you can see, and it can motivate you and say, "Man, I can put in the work to where I can improve my numbers, and I can go there and do the same thing that they're doing, so to speak." Because he was right here with me. So,
Yeah.
great motivating factor for the guys that are still there.
And each coach gets up and does presentations. Sometimes the position coach will turn it over to his assistant. So this morning, Jason Phillips, wide receiver coach, turned it over to Coach Rashad. And one of the things Coach Rashad said was, he said, Draylon Miller, stand up. He said, I'm pegging you as the guy. You're the example in the wide receiver room.
Mm,
You need to be first for breakfast. You need to be first in the team meetings. You need to be first on the field. You need to be staying late. All the things that you're doing. I'm not saying these
yeah,
things that you're not doing. I'm saying encouraging you keep doing them, because we're
right.
going to use you as the standard for this room going forward. So a big plug for Draylon Miller and what he's going to accomplish, this season. We had both Millers on, during the bus media day last week. So we'll reclip that and put it out. Draylon and Omarion. So I think this receiver room is talented and deep, man. The quarterbacks is developing chemistry with them. I think the O line at the end of the day, Chico, we'll have the offensive line coaches on later in the week, early next week. I think you're probably going to be playing eight. Interchangeable eight guys. Of course, the center is going to be the center for the most part, but they're
Mhm.
plugging and playing with those other guys and moving them around and getting them used to being able to do more than one thing situationally. But you got 10 right now. Like, you got 10 guys that can straight up play. And so I see an eight offensive line rotation. I see a 10 plus defensive line rotation. Like, the D
Yes,
line is deep and talented. So it's a lot taking place here, man. But the clock is ticking toward Friday, August 29th.
it is, and these guys are gonna be the main factor for the success of the team, offensive and defensive line, and that's usually, any team you go to. You show me the way the offensive line goes, I'll show you the way the team goes. Same thing for the defensive line. We see here, thanks to the great footage from Uncle Neely, guys out there, shout out to Snelson, shout out to Coach Gunnar White, Coach Hageman, Coach Dre, getting these guys prepared in the right way, man. Got a lot of talent right there with Jordan Seaton, Big Aki, Big Xavier Hill, Kareem Harden, Chauncey Gooden, Zy McGill, and so on, man. A lot of guys and a lot of talent on that offensive line with a lot of experience too. They all look the part also. When you're standing over there watching these guys practice, what are some of the takeaways you have, man, just from seeing a three-headed monster coaching them, and they're getting so much, knowledge from these former pros?
Well, as I look at where we are today, Chico, great question. I have to juxtaposition that against where we've been since being here. And
Hmm.
this is the third Coach Prime's third fall camp in Colorado, and this is the best the offensive line room has been. It's a testament to the three coaches in there, their experience, their know-how, their ability to reach the players and communicate with them, the talent that's been recruited to come in here. Chico, once upon a time, when we first arrived here, give or take three or four guys, I was bigger than some of the offensive linemen. Once
Mm,
upon a time, I was
yeah.
bigger than some of the defensive linemen. You don't see the stuff you used to see when we put clips up like, oh man, that team is small. These are some big boys down here in the trenches. And when you talk about it starting with them, Chico, I can tell you play ball at this level and even higher, because even Coach Prime said this morning right before practice, we can't have a good practice if y'all don't have a good practice. We can't
Mhm.
have a great practice if y'all don't have a great practice. The D line and O line have to practice well for the team to practice well as the quarterbacks. It starts with y'all.
Yes, indeed. Starts with them up front, man. And no matter what that combination is, we need y'all to protect and provide, just like a father. Definitely need y'all to be leaning on those guys so they can hold up. Oh, okay. So they can run the football. And you can run the football like Gunnar White said earlier. If you can run the football, that makes pass protection way easier because the defensive line is not just teeing off on you now. It's not just pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. That's why they came up with draw plays and screen plays. So you can slow down that defensive line a little bit and just hit them with something to keep them off balance. And now they might be on their heels rather than on their toes and attacking.
Said it. You said it.
Yes, indeed.
Ain't no need me try. Ain't no need me trying to
Hey,
add something to something. Don't need added to, Chico.
hey, talk to us about the scrimmage. What did you see this Saturday from the scrimmage?
I like the pace and the energy. I like the communication from the defensive side of the ball, particularly Coach Hart's room, the linebackers. You can stand on the sideline opposite field and hear them putting people in place and calling out what was taking place.
Over
I think,
communicate.
yeah, and I think I don't think you can have a quiet defense and it be a good defense. You think about, the 85, 86 Bears and what Michael Singletary was doing in the middle of the field. Over communicating, getting everything right pre-snap, making the reads. Um, I saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of intensity. I saw the running backs wanting to run the ball and making noise when they did it. So I still think we're at that pace and place in camp where if you look at where we were this time last year, we're ahead of where we were this time last year.
Mhm.
The biggest emphasis that we have to clean up, you hear it all throughout this building when Coach Prime is talking about discipline, that we cannot be the most penalized team in the Big 12 again. And
Right.
so we had officials out at this scrimmage. Based on my count, I think we were below our season average last year, but not where you want to be. But that was the first practice with officials. And that was also Coach Prime telling the officials, I want y'all to overcall it.
Yeah.
Like call
Be
everything. You see
aggressive.
something, yeah. Like, well, don't come out here thinking you an hour away and slowing practice down. Do your job. Call this thing like it's for real deal because they need to learn how to play with officials on the field. So we have Saturday, this past Saturday, as say a benchmark, and then we have another scrimmage with officials this coming Saturday. That's where you want to look at those two comparison numbers.
Exactly. And that's why you tell the officials, like you said, hey man, do your job, be aggressive so we can get a real a baseline, real assessment of what they're doing. We don't want no false numbers,
Yeah.
like people running numbers up on views or something. We don't want those. We want to know where we really are, where we really at, so we can improve off that or know whether we have improved or gotten worse. So I like that from Coach Prime, man. Be real with us, Coach.
Hey, if it matters, it's measured.
Manny, thank you.
He ain't lying.
If it matters, it's measured. Just like
Yeah.
Coach Prime said, dog. Long as there's a scoreboard up there, as long as y'all keeping score, I'm trying to win.
Period. Like period. Like if it don't count, cut the scoreboard off. If it don't
Right.
matter. But if this thing is gonna matter, like we have to measure it. You have to see, okay, where was I before this? Where am I now? Am I getting worse? Am I getting better? Am I
Mhm.
improving? That's why you have check-ins in the morning for nutrition. That's why you have, man, you got these little things in the urinal to let you know if you hydrated or not. And you have to tell, the staff when you come out what color you peed.
Yeah.
Because if you
Yep.
pee green, you're a good teammate. That means you hydrated overnight. You're ready for practice. If you pee another color, you're not being a good teammate. You're being selfish.
Mhm.
You ain't go to bed drinking water or getting your electrolytes in.
Right.
Everything matters around here, so everything is measured. But one of those just big points of emphasis, Chico, we can't state it enough, is when Coach Prime talks about smart, tough, fast, and discipline with character. That discipline ain't going out to the club and getting in the fight or that kind of stuff. That discipline is, do you have the right socks on?
Mhm.
Did you come on time? Did you watch the appropriate amount of film? Because the guy that doesn't do those things is the guy that's going to jump off sides. That's the
Right.
guy that's going to get a personal foul. And the one thing that we got to clean up going into this season compared to last season, it is the pre-snap and dead ball penalties. Pass interference going to happen. That's a part of play. Holding is
Right.
going to happen. That's part of play. Dog, can't be no wide receiver and starting before the ball snap.
Self-inflicted
Can't be a
one.
defensive lineman jumping off sides. You can't, push a guy into the bench and he was already out of bounds to get a personal foul. You eliminate those penalties last year, those discipline or lack thereof penalties last year. This team is playing in Dallas for the Big 12 championship.
Right. And speaking of check in, as Unc said, we need y'all to check in the chat right now. Put your city and your state in the chat. Let us know where you're listening from and what you got going on. What you doing? Eating breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner? You drinking something, smoking something? You're clear headed. You're working out. What you doing? Let us know in the chat right now. And if you want to get a hat like Unc has on right now, that's cold blooded. You can by going to the website unclechico.myshopify.kism and get you Sism. Get your merch. Get your merch if you haven't already. And it got the TMR on the back of it. I like that. You feel me?
Yeah,
Follow us on
look,
Instagram also.
and that's embroidered. That's embroidered on the front and embroidered on the back. You can get it in snapback. You can get it in fitted. You can get it in trucker. You can get it in mother. You can get it how you want it. Just get it. The morning run.
Shot-town in the building. Dion said he's smoking some, of course. Killeen, Texas, Tampa, Florida.
He said, of course. Like, okay, big smoker. I ain't no big smoker. You know.
Hey man, look like we got our dog checking in. Let's see if we can get Dukes on this thing, get his thoughts on what the hell is going on with the CU Buffs.
What the hell?
Football.
What the hell he on? What the hell he in?
Oh, now Dukes.
What the hell?
All I know is Dukes. All I know is this.
What's the word?
I have been on public record on the morning run, complimenting you, saluting you, praising you, giving you your flowers on your hat game. But today, you ain't beating this hat. Look, you can go deep in the closet. You go to the stove. You not beating this hat, Dukes.
Hey man, I ain't gonna cap you down. I can't beat that one, man. And I got one in the mail yesterday so hard. I'm glad it's fine. I'm glad I ain't put it on. You would have killed me. I got one that's cold blooded.
Okay.
But you still would have killed me. And I love that hat.
Fire like them pies.
Man, hey, Coach. Hey, we got to get with Coach Chain and put that on the website too, man. Around with the fire and the pie.
Yeah, 5 pies.
5 pies. Yeah, man.
5 pies. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Dealing with some little technical difficulties. You can see I done changed my stuff around, but you know what I'm saying? We back in here so y'all can see what I got going. You feel me? We done switched everything around.
Head.
And new computer be here tomorrow. So, you know, hey man, we just excited, man. Upgrade and building, you feel me?
Absolutely.
You know top grade.
Top grade.
Yeah. We were just talking about that, Dukes. What matters get measured. And look, if you ain't checking where you are today to see how far you were last quarter or last year this time, what you doing it for?
Man, come on, man. And it matters, like tracking progress. And a lot of times we look at stuff and we may have an idea of where we should be and forget about where we were and how far we've come. And so you got to count.
I'm walking off. Y'all go ahead.
So from that perspective, man, like you still got to go back and say, you know what, this ain't where I thought I was gonna be, because but at the end of the day, this is where God wanted me to be. And so I'm just getting ready for the overflow and trying to let God know, like, hey, look, whatever I'm getting out of it, I'm gonna put back into it for sure. So I'm excited and excited for the season.
Yeah, let me tell you, man, because we went down this road, so let's go ahead and stay on it. Some of the best, realest, hit you in your gut advice that I ever got was from Coach Prime Deion Sanders. And I had done a interview with a publication, and he read it and was like, man, good job, ... But stop holding back. God got you. You ain't where you at by accident, so stop holding back. And it's almost like we say to the player, what you saving it for?
What you saving it for, dog?
Real.
You damn thing. Get out there, be you. Don't worry about what people may think, because you're not in their head anyway.
Thank you.
So I tell you what,
you worry yourself.
It was a Martin Luther Duke sighting on Friday after Shador played. Man,
talk to me.
Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Shador Sanders.
Yes.
Shador Sanders made his preseason debut along with a host of other Buffs. Coach Prime talking about it this morning, Big Dog and Deuce, letting the other players know you saw that, you saw them, you saw who they were while they were here. Be like them. Let's start with Shador. Most watched preseason game in preseason NFL history. Did the damn thing, numbers-wise, execution-wise, poise-wise. If you're on the gram, you can go to the Pregame Show Network gram. We have Baldinger on doing a pro day. And we
Mm-hmm.
cut that up with his analysis and breakdown of Shador post game. And he went through the 6 play. Brilliant, just command of the football. Dukes for the culture in the ATL, the home of Prime, the house that Prime built. What was it like to see Shador silence, even though the haters going to still be there, silence all the critics?
First and foremost, so I'm at camp. Camp school had a varsity game that night, and they required the middle school players to be there, so I had to be there. And when I tell you, I didn't miss any of the game because every parent had their phone in their hands, and they wasn't watching the Falcons. They was watching the Browns. And so from that perspective, you could tell when somebody did something. Now, the parents who were watching the games were parents like me. Like we turning around, hey, you saw that? Yeah, high five, that type stuff. The energy surrounding Shador is not restricted to Ohio. It's not restricted to Colorado.
Not at all.
It permeates the country. It's going worldwide because his daddy is worldwide. And when you
Worldwide.
see when you see someone, and this is a true conversation that I think Chico, we all talked about this one time. There was an issue I had before, and the guy said, why didn't you defend me to people? And I said, man, you can't, because he had said something to Coach Prime. And I said, man, do you realize you just said something to a top 5 prominent black man in the world? So for the son of said figure who has been hated on immensely, even on the way into the game, they called his teammate, a veteran cornerback, an entourage.
Yeah.
The coded language was so thick that you could cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
And this guy walking in with a scythe, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Him walking in with that was accredited and attributed to Shador. And
yeah, when it was actually
it.
his family, his heritage, his lineage, his tribe. Like he was dressed like that when he went out on the field. But it's like you said, the code talk, what you were saying is here come a damn gang.
Right.
Here come some thugs.
Right.
Like he wasn't even giving credit for his co-workers wanting to be with and around him. Because just like their teammates, Dukes, like what you're saying, them is co-workers.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the 3 of us walking in somewhere and somebody saying, look at Big Dog Chico with his entourage, with his gang with him. Hey, dog, we're going to work.
Right.
But you get a group of black dudes together, and then you get people who are counterculture, don't understand the culture, don't even want to be around the culture. And let me point out, like I did on Uncle Chico Live last night, culture ain't got nothing to do with race.
No.
Culture ain't got nothing to do with geography. Culture ain't got nothing to do with finances or religion. Man, when they broke out the no shoestrings in the Adidas in Queens, you had folks in LA and Mississippi doing it.
Right.
Because it was for the culture. It was for the culture.
Right.
It was making a statement. And what Shador is doing, he's making a statement for the culture, man, that God got him. What y'all intended to for ill will. This is a game I'm not even supposed to be getting no reps in, and I'm starting.
And I love him for him coming in the way that he wanted to come in, not changing anything. I'm going to come in as me because that's who y'all are getting. Me. I'm Shador Sanders. I can't change it because of this how somebody else walked in. This is how they walk in. Well, I'm going to walk in the way that I walk in.
Or in addition, Chico, I can't worry about how you may interpret it. Because look, it's the same advice his daddy gave me. Hey, man, you ain't got to hold back. God got you.
Right.
Be who you want to be. Be who you are.
Don't let my confidence offend your insecurities. That is a legendary quote. And it's so real.
Real. Realer than real deal Holyfield. Now you hookers and
people who
hoes
are
know
confident
how
in their
I feel.
own abilities, they have no problem with it. As you see when they have Shador Sanders mic'd up right now online, and you'll see him how he's interacting with his teammates, and they're not, offended by his confidence. They're like, man, this is what we need. I like this. This guy here has the swag that we need at quarterback. I've never met a quarterback who was productive, who was good, who led his team, who was successful, who didn't have supreme confidence over anybody else.
Why would you want him?
Why would you want him
at that position? The
That's when
guy
you know you're a quarterback.
the guy who touches the ball every damn down. Why would you want somebody who looks at the ground when you talk to him? Somebody who dance when there ain't no music. Somebody who scratch where it ain't no itch. somebody who got their hat in their hand. No, you want a stand-up guy.
That's what Shador is.
And you know what I hate about it? People feel like the only way you can be a stand-up guy is that you got to be a project kid, single-parent household. You got to have the same story that we hear a lot. And no disrespect to the story, because a lot of us are from it. But at the end of the day, Shador having that same attitude of I will not be broken comes off of arrogance because he didn't have he doesn't have that upbringing. And I think that's just straight BS. Because at the end of the day, a dog is a dog. I don't care where he's from. If that dog gonna bite, the dog gonna bite. So it doesn't matter if he was raised in a kennel full of killers or if he was raised in a loving home where he had all the amenities. It don't matter.
Brother.
A dog is a dog. And they put this on Shador. And usually I'm pretty neutral about this type of stuff. I try to be. I ain't being what you say, hey, I ain't shutting up about this one. Yeah. Because it's not just about Shador on the field. It's about who he is and what he does. And I'm for the culture before I'm for football.
Yeah, you have to be. We like again. We talked Chico and I last night with Professor Chuck Bishop and Arlie Wolf and Entertainment Report, and I fastened it to the attack on Black fatherhood. I mean, look how LeVar Ball was treated for getting his sons to the NBA. Like, look how Coach Prime on the eve of his birthday got a son playing quarterback at Cleveland, and on his actual birthday, another son playing safety in Tampa Bay, and y'all want to make it be something negative. How could that be negative?
Right.
Man, it's crazy, folks. That's crazy. Look at this shot right here I just saw. Shad Sanders, like he's leading the team in prayer after the game, and we saw him the next day at church. Nothing surprising there, Bob.
No.
Man, leader. Just being a leader out there. We got some super chats we got to get to.
I bet you won't
everybody
get to
hitting us with these super.
I bet you won't get to them.
Hit him with the Project Pat super, Unc.
Super. Full-length mink. Chewbacca. My favorite drink is Maker's Maca. Y'all know about Project Pat. Project Pat bringing in the super chats. Here is the challenge for Chico today, because I always say he ain't learned how to read at grade level down there, Selma. He gonna prove it this morning with these supers, though.
What you mean? What'd you say? I'm proof. Let me put it on big screen because you ain't gonna get me. Where my glasses at? Where my glasses at? I put my glasses at. I don't have my glasses in here. We pull it up on the big screen. I definitely can't see it on my computer. Y'all ain't finna get me no more on my computer.
Miss Collins, what page we on? I told you you want to keep it up, Miss Collins. You don't want to read.
Okay. Tell us about your new computer. Is it Intel or AMD computer? Did you get in?
Installed.
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA or Radeon GPU? Now you will be smoking data. I think he's talking about getting one of those like gaming computers.
Yeah, so I was pricing a Intel 9 core processor, the i9. I was quickly priced out of my budget, so I went to I went to Apple, and I got an M4 processor Mac Mini, which was more like my budget, but it has more than enough processing capability where I can stream YouTube cleanly, where you don't get the buffering that you've seen in some of my other videos. So, hey, we with it. I actually,
that's all you need.
That's all I need. You feel me? So,
yeah.
But we working on that. We working on that that i9 processor with the gaming chip. We're working on that.
We got to get a lot more super chats so we can upgrade our computers. You feel me? Thank y'all for the support, though. He lied about that. I got me a gaming one years ago, but I already had an Apple. But the Apple just kept giving me problems, dog. Apple need this connection, that connection. So I got this gaming one. I've been straight ever since. I'm just gonna re-up on the gaming one.
Man, I probably get that one too. Now I ain't gonna cap you down. Man, go ahead. I'll say it in a minute.
Hey, we finna be nosy. I'm gonna go down here and see what Smitty doing. Hold on.
Geraldo Ramos said they don't want you to have real confidence. They want you to be fearful of them so they can control you. Shout out to Martin Luther Dukes. Understand me? Put an MLD in the chat one time. What's else we got going on?
Huh.
What'd you say, Nelson? You say you're going to be nosy with who?
No, Smitty was down there doing something in the end zone with the pylon cam. I was gonna go down there and mess with him.
Oh. Shout out to
But
Smitty, man.
He finished up.
Dennis said, I'm guessing they are not practicing on the lower fields for a bit. Huh?
No, we were down there this morning, Dennis. I didn't see you on the bridge. Didn't see you in the shade. We were in and out this morning, practicing at about 10:45. We practiced on the lowers this morning. Yep.
Hey, we got a top 10 coming up.
Told you on yourself, Dennis.
Got a top 10 coming up. Can y'all get Smitty on the show? Mia said. Smitty probably working, moving. He constantly moving, but we'll see if we can get him.
Yeah, but that like it didn't have to be a early short practice like today to get him on, because by the time we go live and get done, that's by the time he ending, because they don't leave equipment down there on the lower fields. It gets transported down there in the practice has to be brought back up. So when practice ends, the equipment staff probably is still working another hour.
That's right. Y'all need to send Dennis and Bruce the practice schedule in advance. Chico wanted to know, was it pink? Come on, dog.
Oh, hold up. Let me get my. Everybody said I need my inhaler. Hold on.
No, you don't, Dukes. No, you don't.
We're gonna talk about this.
Talk about what?
You were looking for some pink.
Unc then dipped out.
Nah, man, I'm here.
Hey, we're gonna talk about the quarterbacks, Caden Salter and Julian Lewis. Shout out to them.
We're gonna talk about that too, but they said you was being
Ryan Staub.
Hey boy, the chat said you was being you was on one.
Hey, chat, if y'all want to be in the top 10 fans for the show, y'all make sure y'all get in the chat and hit that reaction button right there at the bottom of the chat, and that'll run your XPs up. You understand me? Dukes, you got
Chico. The pink is out.
Do y'all believe? Do you believe? Reverend BJ Nelson in the chat. Unks looks like a postcard. What you mean by Unks like a postcard?
I think
they say you look good, Unc.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
It said it was Unc, but Chico did what he. Hey, what y'all do, man? It said Dukes. It was Unc, but Chico did what he does best. Hey, man, what y'all do?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dukes
from shut down.
Keith said we're talking saucy. Chico, what you do, man?
Man, I could have said good morning. They would have been like, oh, you saying good morning? What you mean? You just woke up with somebody? What you mean, Chico? Yeah.
The pink is out.
Y'all put a peek out in the chat. Peek out in the chat one time. Hey, other than that, Dukes, we showed some footage of the offensive line this year. This practice. I'm just trying to stop. Let me get off camera. Y'all stay on camera. Unc, what's up for the rest of the day, Unc, for you?
Oh man, getting ready to do some editing and whatnot. Got position meetings this afternoon, team meeting this evening. You know, again, this is that last full week of y'all see why I'm stuttering. The Chili's was walking by, so
all on the elbow. Hey, Chico. All on the elbow.
They had him all flustered. He can't even talk.
Yeah, I tried to come out here where it's quiet, and then it got loud out here with the scenery. So yeah, just a typical camp day, man. You know, it's 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. around these parts. Yes. With a nice little break in the middle, you know.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, we just wanted to come on here and give y'all an update before we get too far off the rails. Any questions y'all have about CU football, Coach Prime, and things of that nature, let us know. Coach Prime had a happy birthday this weekend. Shout out to baby Snow also having a birthday. And much well wishes to them also.
Yeah.
I know Coach Prime don't really like that, birthday stuff and putting them on the spot and things like that. But we saw Smitty stand him up in front of the team with a bag full of shoes.
I'm good. How are you?
Chat said we need to have the cheerleaders on the show. And LeVar Ball. Okay.
Hey, come say hello.
Easy.
She dropped that shit. She was on the way.
Duke's wild.
Go Buffs!
School Buffs.
He was with us for Big 12 Media Day.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we still on?
My boy, I forgot his name though, but it's Olu's brother.
Yeah,
He's out
yeah.
there. He's a cheerleader also.
Yeah, he be hype, man. He was just shouting you out.
Yeah.
He was just shouting you out.
Much love to them, man.
Hey,
if y'all
get my boy birthday super chat too.
Okay, we got a birthday super chat. Jermaine King. Oh, not Jermaine King. Longtime supporter of the show and the channel. Is my B-Day. Can I get a shout? Of course you can, man. JK, Jermaine King in the building. Shout out to him. Let us know where you represent from so you can give your state, your city, everything a shout out also. Much love to you, man. Appreciate you supporting the show.
Happy birthday, big dog. Appreciate it, man. Y'all drop a JK for Jermaine King. Happy birthday, JK.
Let's say Dukes that she go through. Oh.
Chico, you a rapper?
I don't know what they talk about though.
Well, they said pink out. They said pink out, wink out. I don't know what that means.
You don't want to know, Chico. I do. You don't want to know.
Then
go back and watch the show, dude. We ain't gonna.
I'm gonna go watch the show as soon as I come out. I'm gonna go straight off to Chico.
All right. Well, as far as for the rest of the week goes, guys, y'all stay tuned for the show because we have some fire upcoming shows coming this week. Let me see if I could give a rundown for you guys. Unc. Yep. We have Coach Nick Williams coming on, former Colorado Buffs, Edges coach, current Syracuse Orangemen outside linebackers coach. Nick Williams, former Georgia Bulldog. He'll be on at the end of the week this Friday. We also have a tight ends presser and a special teams presser at some point this week. Wednesday, we will have our main man, Adam Munster Tiger, to join us to give his analysis, his thoughts, and everything on Colorado Buffaloes football. Let's see what we have right here, though. Shout out to the cheerleaders.
Oh, y'all can see hats by Parker Thomas getting done up here.
Hats.
Yeah. How you doing? Doing good, man. Hold on. I'm going to let you tell everybody what's going on.
What?
Hats by Parker Thomas.
Yeah. You live on the morning run.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Shaping up the Ralphie runners hats, making sure they're staying on tight this year. And then we're going to be branding the Ralphie on the hats and their initials or whatever they want on it. It's our third year doing it. I used to be a Buff. Running out behind Ralphie was one of my favorite things ever to do. So it's good to come back and do this for him.
Nice. Where can we find those hats?
You can find us in Cherry Creek in Denver, Colorado. You can book an appointment at hatsbyparkerthomas.com. And, or you can just walk in. You'll find all that on our website at hatsbyparkerthomas.com. Or follow me on Instagram, hatsbyparkerthomas.
Hats by Parker Thomas. You have a hat that'll fit this nice, large size head right here?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right.
You got big size 8s. I'm undefeated in fitting a hat, so I got you.
Definitely that 8. You're going to need that.
So Chico and Parker, I once asked one of the Ralphie runners.
Yeah.
I said, give it to me straight.
Mm-hmm.
When you're giving it your all,
yeah,
and your hat hadn't flown off, do you sometimes try and knock it off to make it look like you're running fast? And he said, I've done that before.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
because nothing means you're running fast than your hat coming off.
Right. I try to teach him some technique of roll it down on your forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my hat, I got to fix up. I didn't want to come in here looking all out of shape.
So you're heating up a branding iron to market?
Yeah. So you want to show them your ranch brand? Yeah, we can do your family's ranch brand on the hat.
I don't know if you can see it. It's A over the Hit Track Ranch.
Yep. Yeah, so let me see it again just so I make sure I get it right.
Okay.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, so then here's Ralphie. When we brand it on there. You can get your own logo made if you want to.
Yeah.
And then we can
nice.
brand your hats. People do their boots, anything kind of.
I got my fraternity ball in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could do
Hey,
that.
Unc, that'll be fire, Unc.
It was 35 years ago. I'm done. I ain't proving shit to nobody no more.
Exactly. Oh man, yeah.
Good stuff. Tell them one more time where to find you on the gram in
Yeah.
person.
Hats by Parker Thomas on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or just go to our website, www.hatsbyparkerthomas.com. Well, yeah, I'm an ex-buff. I played 09 to 13, so look up Parker Orms if you want the highlights.
That's right.
Yeah.
You just never know what's
Appreciate
gonna
it.
happen on the morning run, man.
That's cold-blooded right there. Hatsbyparkerthomas.com. Get you some. Unc, that'll be cold-blooded. You need to get you a hat, Unc, with the pregame show logo on there. Get the three heads right there branded on the hat. Man, that'll be
Hey,
cold-blooded. You look
Parker,
like Officer Rhodes almost.
the chat from all over the nation. We got people watching all over. They said that we got to get a hat with this logo on it. So he said, "Let's do it."
Let's do it. Cold-blooded. Shout out to Parker Thomas. Shout out to Coach.
Chico, you don't. I told Chico you don't take EBT cards. Like you don't do.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
you don't do. You don't
them
do
like
food
that.
stamps.
Don't
Chico.
do
You
them
got it.
like that. Stall them out. Oh,
He said he'll save up.
oh man, don't
No, Dukes. That was payback for something last night. Chico got a good one on me last night and ended the show. And I said, Chico, you acting like I'm not gonna see you in the morning.
Oh man,
I get to hit you back later, Chico. So that was just my get back.
He got me.
We back even now.
Oh man. If we wasn't on the morning run, we was on last night, I probably would have came back with something. But I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him live on that one right there.
man.
I'm gonna show him. Let's show him the thunder shoot, Chico.
All right.
This is where the players come out. Matter of fact, let me do it this way.
There you go. Flip that thing around, Denzel.
So this is where the players line up at to come out. It's called the thunder shoot.
Duke's like that name right there for some reason.
Not the Dookie shoot.
Y'all so wild now. Y'all wild in the chat, man. Chat, come on, chat.
These are the various uniforms.
What's the numbers he have on that this year? 13, 9,
37 and
37.
50. Hey, y'all remember her? She used to warm up Shador.
Hey, oh no.
They got with tight ends, not Chico.
Okay. Tell him he said
She
great
had-
job
yeah.
last year. Great job. And keep it
They
going.
said great job last year.
Taking a walk through. It's headed up by the locker room right here.
Yeah, just past the locker room. Coach Prime's mottos on the wall. I practiced like I played, so when I played, it was like practice.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So I'm gonna go back, show you what it looked like. So when the players, not that door. So that's the uniforms again. Hold on, make sure everybody's decent. The door ain't open. Yeah, so that's like to the locker rooms.
Yep.
Players come out of that door.
Where are the players
They
currently right
remind-
now during this time of the day?
They're in the locker room. That's why I didn't go in there.
Okay.
You probably want me to go in there.
Is the pink out? I mean,
Yeah,
go ahead.
exactly.
That's a joke. We just joking. We just joking now. Come on, dude.
Hey man, relax, man.
That's exactly why I didn't go in there.
Chico.
So look, it's a
It's a joke now. Y'all tripping.
so when they standing here, Chico, getting ready to come out, you reminded one last time of the motto: smart, tough, fast, disciplined character.
Duke, man. Duke's uncomfortable in the mouth.
I would be too.
That's
Because
a
I
running
know
joke,
you wanted
man.
me to
That's a
go.
running-
I know you wanted me to go in there. Where are the players right now?
Somebody said, hey, he said what the players on said in the locker room. The Chico said, "It's the pink out." What? Hey man,
God, too damn far, big man.
it is one day. Hey man, the best started. Hey man, how many days? Oh man. Hey man.
This is the morning run. Hey man. Wayne Morgan said that's why nobody hugged Chico.
Oh,
Always
Chico.
always a fist bump.
Chico,
What'd you say, Unc?
Dukes, chat. Chico, Dukes, chat. We can go ahead and announce it.
Nice.
Next week, exclusive guest on the morning run will be no other than athletic director Rick George will be joining the morning run on next week.
RG, Rich Gang in the building. Rick George. Can't wait to have him, man. The AD, the legendary AD now, who brought Coach Prime to.
Big get,
Yeah, that is a big get.
Man,
Yeah, coming on next week. And I bumped into him this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, take us through the process when you get a second. Like, how you pull that off?
Hey man, you know the morning run is making noise in these streets.
Okay,
And I literally bumped into him this morning on the bridge where Dennis normally standing. Didn't see Dennis, but saw AD George. He's like, "Hey man, you know, I got to come on. I'm ready to come on." So talked to his people, his staff, and we got it scheduled. I want to say it's the 20th. I'm not looking at my calendar, but he'll be joining us next week. Opening up the show with us. Whatever next Wednesday is. What's next Wednesday? I think it's that date, next Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday the 20th. We'll
Yep.
have AD Rick George on. Y'all put an RG in the chat. RG in the chat. Rich Gang in the chat one time.
Yeah, gonna be a great conversation, man, and you know, see the behind the scenes from his perspective, what's been taking place, what the future holds. No questions are off limits. You know, what's next? We got a turf field now. It's baseball. Does baseball have a future here? NIL questions, you know, what it's like working with Prime and going through that extension process. Everything that y'all could imagine you want to talk to the AD about, you're gonna talk to the AD about on the
How
morning
about
run.
this? We have a special chat question. So how about this? Y'all put y'all questions in the chat right now. And at some point before the 20th, we will pick one of your questions and we'll feature it during that interview with AD Rick George. How about that? That's
Love
right.
it.
Nice. We can do that right there for you guys. Y'all have so you guys are involved with the conversation now. Join the conversation right here on the morning run. Where else can you do that, man? Interactive show, engaging. We're giving you the best in-depth, exclusive coverage. Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, man. Where else are you gonna be able to walk through? What you call it, Unc? The Terror Dome, the tunnel, the
Thunder shoot.
the Thunderdome, the Thunder Shoot. That name that Duke's
yeah,
like.
you can't never say that, Chico. You just got to call it the hallway.
Yeah.
Damn.
You'll still have
I can't
different
say
meanings,
Thunder
Chico.
Shoot.
No, bro. No,
you
that's
can't.
what made me start laughing the first time. I was thinking about you saying it. I was like,
Wow, what is a Thunder Shoot? Like,
Chico, stop saying it.
It's the shoot part for you.
unbelievable. Hey,
It
we're looking
is
for you guys to
unbelievable.
react.
You're right. It is unbelievable.
React. Man, let me just.
It's unbelievable is what it is.
Edutainment right here for you guys on the morning run with Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico, Dukes the Scoop. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms right now and get you some. We appreciate y'all joining us on this show, man. We're gonna wind it down right now. Dukes, you gotta leave us with some Martin Luther Dukes in the way that you can.
Hey, listen,
No?
man. Yeah, I got some.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, man.
Nothing to do. You can't say Frico either.
Huh?
You can't say Frico.
So the artist formerly known as Blank Chico. Sometimes every week I gotta come on here and I gotta defend my relationship with my cousin because at the end of the day, I just gotta let people know what Chico does on his own personal time, that's his time. He has no reflection on me or Uncle Neely or the morning run.
At all.
I support whatever lifestyle he wants to live. That's on him. And you know, I always say, I'm definitely, not any type of there's no hate in my heart for anybody, any type of people.
Mm-hmm.
And Chico is like his own type of people. So there will be no discrimination on this show. We gotta, and you don't.
You're all inclusive.
I was gonna say we gotta embrace Chico, but at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like so we can support Well, hey.
Why am I getting all this advice in the chat right now? Stick to the question, Chico. Let Dukes ask the question, Chico. Chico, you be quiet, Chico. He said, Chico, just call it the hallway. Chico is the pinch shot for you. What y'all like that, man? What y'all doing?
Hey, but one thing about it, hey, Uncle Neil will tell you, I always say, but I love my cousin, man, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
My cousin,
Hey, look, man, I don't have no issue with it. The people come for Chico, but they stay for Uncle Duke. So however it works.
yeah, I always tell my boy,
Like-
I say, hey, man, hey, boy, look.
Sometimes you got to tell Chico, though. What y'all talking about?
Look, all I'm saying is just Chico. Ain't nobody going to the racetrack to watch a car go around track 500 times. They go for the wreck. They might not want to tell you that. They go for the wreck, Chico. Chico, you the wreck. Like, just let it happen, dog. You are for the people.
That's crazy. Play at your own risk, Chico. I am so surprised that y'all in the chat. I am appalled. You ain't appalled. You're named David.
Oh man, that man said play at your own risk. That's a good one. Who said that? I said him a dog.
Look at that style and confidence, man. See that style and confidence, those hats.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
All you gotta do is go to Parker Thomas, hit him on the ground. And you could be not you, Chico, the audience. They could be stylish just like that.
Hats by Parker
I
Thomas.
don't think you got a hat that'll make you cool, Chico. I really don't.
Chico don't need one. Chico, hey, boy, Chico just undo. Hey, boy, might go fro on him, huh?
You feel
Hey,
me?
Chico,
Bro?
Hey, Chico,
You know
before
what
we
I'm
get out of
saying?
here, man, explain your braids Atlanta style. Be like, I go.
Atlanta style?
Yeah. Hit him with the I go. You follow all the Atlanta pages. I be seeing your name on there.
and the fun young. You know, I do this for the fun young.
Man, you know I can't imitate the Atlanta, man. Atlanta is on
Nah,
something
you
else.
imitate. Nah, because you imitate me when I ain't here. Go ahead. Hey, describe your braids in Duke's voice.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Just shit, folk. Hey, buddy, I just hit him with the on that side right there, buddy. Then hit him with the and you know what I'm talking about? See, when you come from the CP, I can't do that. I can't do it, man. Shout out to the Atlanta. Dog.
Hey, Chico, stupid man. Well, you crazy.
Oh, it's time to go, man. It is
It
time to
is.
go. Y'all have done way too much today. Chat has done too much. Appreciate Uncle Neely and all he does. You know, he's been standing up this whole time, walking around. So thank you, Uncle Neely. Like that hat right there. Y'all make sure y'all go get y'all one, get y'all some, and support the channel. Thank you very much, Shouty. Hey, go ahead, buddy. Say what you gotta say last.
Hot dog water drinks.
Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all know what it is. It's the morning run. Duke Scoop, Big Dog Chico,
That pink water.
and the badass Uncle Neely. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, and everything else from the East Coast to the West Coast. We are coming with the best smoke.
Hot dog
You heard
water
me?
drinks.
See y'all tomorrow. Pressers tomorrow. Got pressers tomorrow and Thursday. See y'all
Yep.
tomorrow.
Chico, you be
Morning
drinking
run.
hot dog water?
I'll be up and about here.
Intentionally.
No, dog.
Hey, that's
Somebody
why
say
I'm
you-
flavor.
Hey, Deuce. He boiled the hot dogs, throw the hot dogs away, and put the water in the cup. He don't want the glizzy. He want the glizzy juice.
Oh man.
I'll be putting ice cubes in his hot dog water. What kind of stuff is that?
Oh, man,
You be
Lord.
making ice cubes out of your hot dog water.
No, that is terrible.
Talking about
man.
you like the way it go down.
Hey,
Talking
man.
about it hydrates you better. It's better hydration than its altitude. You got to drink some hot dog water with ice.
Glizzy juice Chico.
That boy Glizzy gang for sure.
Glizzy gang. Put your double G's in the chat for Uncle Neely, the leader of the Glizzy gang.
Glizzy gang.
We up and about here, man. Peace of the UBU.